Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 117 of Pokerole. Last time, Team R&R had a bunch of stuff happen at the Sandbar Blue, and that adventure is probably going to continue today, I imagine, and maybe we'll involve us as well. I don't know, the rest of us. Or maybe we'll sit out. I have no idea yet, but I guess we will find out what the DM wants us to do. But how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm alright.
Super duper.
I mean, after eating a steak, I suppose you would be.
Yeah. That's some good.
It's a cut of meat right there. I'm a little tired, but I'm doing all right. I'm chill. I'm chill today, so. I hope hopefully our DM is good today too. Actually,
I am doing well. I just have to keep myself quiet because I'm grinning maliciously.
oh, I was wondering what caused the silence.
It's very hard not to break out into the evil DM laughter.
I know that laughter. I've heard that laughter.
You are one of the softest CMs I've ever had. So
your evil's kind of soft core compared to a lot of DMs. I gotta be honest, but
My evil is enjoyable for you, and that's the point.
I have one question before we do a recap. Do I have art to share? Because my brain is not functioning very quickly. I think I do, right?
Did you finish your intro?
I guess I should do that first too. Yeah, let's finish the intro first. So, the usuals that I somehow forgot, despite literally doing it on every single fucking video. Don't ask me how, man. I just, I don't know, brain. Anyways.
subscribe.
Do think about liking the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to, because that really does help. Even more than like does. Though I prefer both if you don't mind. Also, come on over to Twitch if you want to, because we're trying to reach partner over here, but we need more viewers to do it. So if you want to come by, whether to lurk or to talk, think about doing so, because it makes a big difference, and we would honestly love to have you. We're only at 25 viewers right now. Hopefully I get more people in. But you could always be another person that comes in. And even if you just want to lurk, I really do appreciate it. We also have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out. And you can check out our Pokerole Discord community specifically. Off of that too, there's links. I have a coffee if you want to help directly monetize my content, and I have a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff. Links are all in the description, as well as the Pokerole wiki link that we have for our game at pokepioneers.com. Links are all down there if you want to check out that stuff. This is good for recaps and stuff if you're behind on episodes, which is understandable, considering we have 117 of them now. But check them out if you feel like it.
117.
It's kind of insane, isn't it? Every time the number goes up, it feels a little more crazy.
Hopefully I can get our campaign finished.
Also, don't worry. I know I did one F word, but it was into the intro enough that it doesn't matter. It's fine.
That's fair. At least you don't need to redo your intro.
It's like when you drop food on the floor. It's like that 10-second rule. That's basically that, but with YouTube and swearing.
Yeah.
But yes, there is fan art. There's at least one wonderful Zebachi art.
Mm-hmm.
There's
used for Thumble last time, but I'll share. And there's a pair of sketches that you did.
Yes, because I had to. I had to after Zebachi did the art.
What's her name again? Because when I shared her art, I forgot her name.
Philia.
Philia. I'm probably gonna misspell that, but I will try.
The Persian with the voice you like said the name.
Ah, I knew her name was dropped. I just couldn't remember who dropped it. I will share art though as you do a recap.
Yes.
Woo.
Right. Welcome everyone to the table. I have a pizza in the oven, so I apologize if I have to pause right after completing the recap or in a short period of time. But let's begin, shall we? Last time, after parting ways when exiting Karserus' shop, the Ebbing Tide, Team Cheer decides to part ways and focus on different activities in town. They still have a few days left at the hotel, of course. And who knows, maybe they'll be able to get some money. I can already feel all of them glaring at Pangoro, and by proxy, me. Rida chooses to study the alchemy notes offered by Karserus, being given a blank book by Luxray at his library to transcribe any notes of their own. Rida also helps train Ralph in preparation for their secret mission. Meanwhile, Tucker trains Thunderfang with the assistance of Luxray. Brook takes some time to actually brawl in the arena, getting the attention of a few unimportant sponsors, which he does not care to sign up with. Given the team's experiences with sponsors before, this isn't particularly surprising. The day passes with no other events, so the group all eventually, individually, head back to the hotel and sleep until the next morning. The next day, Tucker continues to train, now having reached the point where he can practice on his own without Luxray needing to lecture them on the theory aspect of the move. To be fair, they were technically already there, but having Luxray around to provide actual demonstration was still helpful. Rida announces to Ralph that they are beginning their mission. After having breakfast and making their final preparations, the two head to the address of Sandbar Blue. Before they enter, they decide to prepare outside in case a fight is to break out. As they do so, Rida catches a glimpse in the reflection of their orb of Pokemon heading into an alleyway, where one offers another strange cubes in exchange for money. Rida then scries with the orb in order to see if they can pinpoint the Wooper inside. However, they end up sensing that their general location is nowhere actually near Sandbar Blue, and seemingly instead enjoying a delectable dish of pasta. Despite this, Rida recalls that the Clowitzer sniper is still focusing on Sandbar Blue regardless, so they and Ralph decide to enter the building after all. As a side note, I as a DM may have guilted them just a little bit. Ralph immediately vibes well with the glitzy, sophisticated aesthetic of the club, and starts chatting up some of the Wobbuffet there and encouraging them to drink with him. While Rida examines the customers at the bar and decides to speak with a Roserade sat on their own. The Roserade explains that they are sat on their own due to currently waiting for an acquaintance of theirs, so they don't mind letting Rida sit and chat with them for a while. They are the manager of the band that are currently performing, and that they were currently waiting on someone from a notable bloodline, though they do not specify who exactly that someone is. As thanks for the conversation they have, the Roserade gives Rida a specially wrapped candy that apparently isn't often provided to those that aren't regulars. They also end up giving Rida information about an ex-gladiator who has current plans to create some form of establishment before leaving backstage. Ex-gladiator?
I don't recall that.
Wait, who?
Think so. That may not have been clear. I recall it being a certain Flaffy, but I may be wrong.
Who is being referenced as the next gladiator?
Flaffy.
My flat? Fainel is... I mean... I don't really remember if we discussed plot details as to what they've been up to for a while.
I just dropped that they were considering making their own place.
That is a Fainel thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, a place less gloomy than the bar they had been frequenting would probably be nice.
You know, the way to put this about Fainel is that they might get involved in something for a while, then drop it because they kind of do flings. To put it very simply. So it is very Fainel to flit in and out of something.
Why am I imagining Fainel making an establishment and then V takes it over and makes it successful? Alright, let me finish the...
I guess anything any arrangement they have can't be considered final.
Dang
No.
it.
Thank you.
Rida then examines the candy and, not noticing anything immediately suspect, decides to eat it. Meanwhile, Ralph's plan succeeds, and the Wobbuffet ends up telling him about how the Wooper is the brains behind the operation. The Clowitzer is the Wooper's fearsome fighting companion, and the Crawdont is basically just a scary face used to help intimidate people. They also explain that the Wooper likely rose through the ranks due to being the son of the boss of the entire group, though their intelligence is not to be discredited. After deciding he has enough information, he goes to Rida and exchanges what information they each have acquired. Ralph also makes sure to tell Rida that the Roserade is known as Philia, according to the bartender that was providing him and the Wobbuffet their drinks. Rida, realizing something, checks their orb to see if they could tell the Kloitzer was still scouting the place. However, they find that the Kloitzer has changed locations, though they cannot determine why that is. Side note, they didn't choose to scry the Kloitzer before going in. They don't know if they've been seen.
Yep. I will say, I'm sad that the recap didn't mention anything about Ryda's flirting.
Oh, yes. Rida did some tactical flirting with the Roserade and hit a critical flirt.
I'm surprised as well. I feel like that was plot relevant.
Well, let's be fair. Currently, session recaps are being done by one person who is a frickin' saint and wonderful for doing them just so much.
Oh, absolutely. I don't mind that he did it. Just,
like, if something is missed and we have to point it out in our recap, that's really not a big deal.
Yeah, it happens. You can't be expected to remember every detail. That's why it's good to have multiple people remembering the same thing.
Yes, also, like, people can watch the previous session. Get those videos some views. I'm also rather overall fairly happy with having drawn Philia and Jocelyn.
I definitely agree. Yeah, the Roman look is not easy to pull off, but Jocelyn really does it. They just fit. The build just fits.
Right then. Documents. Hey, Rida, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the temp stat you got from eating the candy?
It should have a yellow pip insight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's insight.
Okay, well, not important, but I just needed to know which one.
I just realized something. I've been having this goal of getting Tucker, like, multiple types moves, and I'm looking at the colors that I'm happy about, and I just realized, oh, I get it. He wants a rainbow. Kind of fits, I'd say. Rainbows are pretty. What major colors am I missing?
Green.
Green.
And more.
Okay. So grass. I don't even know if
Fighting?
Pucci's can learn anything involving grass. Fighting,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Left.
Ha. Anyway.
We're all right here.
Last I recall, Ralph and Rida were outside the sandbar, yeah?
We hadn't
Yep.
officially left, but we were going to leave. That's
Okay.
sort of where we ended off.
Okay. Y'all were leaving the sandbar.
Yes.
Oh, right. Do we have the new card?
Oh yes, I knew I forgot something. It's
you
okay.
can
It won't actually take me that long. You
Yeah, I
gave
was
me a
gonna
direct
say-
download, right? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, you can just overwrite the image on the one that I copied.
Okay, just tell me where on the table it is.
It's on Brook's thing. It's the ice gun that's in his inventory, not inventory space, on move
Oh,
space
yeah.
rather
His,
than
his cloned ice gun. Gotcha.
This one.
One second. I will get that fixed up as soon as I get this downloaded. I have to place it in the right folder. Templates. Here's where it should go, I think. Yep. Okay. But yes, you trained that move up last session, basically.
Yeah, more or less. Been working on it for months.
And that move is... Let me get that card. Okay, there we go. And all I need to do is make sure I'm signed in here. Yes, I am. Okay, good. Done. Okay. Which one do you want me to reclone? This one?
This thing.
Yeah, the one that's not in his 4 slots.
Yay!
So, a reminder that Ice Gun is a meld move. The original Ice Gun was a meld move between Water Gun and Ice Fang.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Ice Gun Shatterscott, rather.
Shatterscott?
Shatter Shot. Okay, my brain wants to say Scatter Shot, okay?
I mean,
That's
Shatter
fine.
shot.
either works, I think.
What is the difference between Ice Gun and Ice Gun Shatter Shot?
I've added Leer to it, so it targets everything then.
Yes.
Shotgun.
It has a slightly lower accuracy, but it will hit everything at the same level of power, and it still has a small chance to flinch and freeze.
Oh, I see the logic. So the Leer is making you grin wider, which sends the shards out further. Okay, I see the logic.
Hopefully you like the flavor text I gave it.
It was actually important because I didn't
Yeah.
understand how Leer made it a shotgun for a second.
Well, Leer targets everything, so you're like looking.
Like that, like mechanically, I get it, but like I was trying to think of it like on a physical level. Like how does that work physically? But the flavor text makes that more clear to me.
Yeah. It works. I like it.
Ooh,
Excellent.
just occurred to me that because of the temporary point in insight, hypnosis, I have 4 dice for it.
Oh, you know-
Excellent.
Oh, very good.
Which I plan to use that if we encounter the Whooper.
So wait, what types is this move then?
It's water and ice.
Water
Okay.
ice.
Leer's normal typing does not affect this at all. Okay. Granted, it's a special move. It's a status move, so I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. And as a minor review to how a multi-type meld works, is it will count as whatever type is most effective for you. So for instance, given the fact that Brook is just water type, I think, they still get stab, but if the enemy would be vulnerable to ice rather than water, it would count as ice for the purposes against that enemy,
Okay.
and Brook would still get the stab.
Thanks for answering all my questions. I was partially asking them for the audience because we took a meld move and we made another meld move that involved the meld move and then another move, so it's getting a little complicated.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd ask some questions.
Fair enough.
Brook is effectively, with Ice Gun, doing the whole signature meld thing that Tiber did with the red aura sphere.
Ah,
Yeah.
Here's is cheekily
So
asking about 4
version-
times effectiveness for a meld move.
If they're weak to ice and water?
I would have to think about that.
That is
don't
a
know what
difficult
would
question.
be.
That might be a little OP. I'm not sure.
What were you saying before, Kyrio?
Sorry.
I was just commenting that Tiber had multiple versions of the same move to me.
True.
Yeah.
It was though
Yeah.
that didn't check in my mind. It's hard because we didn't have move cards for him or anything.
It's true.
So once we have a move card, then I start thinking about more.
Tiber had a version that was the big version, and then there was the Rampage version.
Oh, the flinch of frozen dice went from 2 to 1. I just noticed there is another difference,
Yeah.
and the accuracy debuff is higher too. Okay, that makes sense.
Aw, dang it, I made the dice too small. Yeah, it's fine.
Space is less likely to hit, and there's less chance of flinch of frozen since it's going for everyone.
Correct. That is the trade-off.
Fair trade-off.
Just have to get more.
Indubitably.
dexterity.
Also, hello, Scottish Sod and Raiders. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well today.
Oh, welcome everyone.
Welcome to Pokemon D&D. That's the simple way of putting it.
Yep.
Also, now,
117 episodes deep.
Goodness, so many. As my final tangent, now I'm going to have to make there be an ice type drink somewhere in this world, and it's going to be called Shatterscotch.
My misspellings take advantage and cause inspiration, just the way it should be.
Well, I also immediately thought of some sort of like cold, buttery mixed drink.
If I recall correctly, Aragon, when he was living here, he had there was an alcohol his family specifically could get from this like reserve or whatever. It was like a butterscotch rum, and I had it once, and it was actually really, really good.
Nice.
As hyped up, it was hyped up to be, and it turned out to be as good as it was hyped. So,
Yeah.
I don't drink really, but that was very good.
Yeah. And I've had a peanut butter whiskey before that was just awesome.
Anyways, that actually sounds really good too. But yeah. Anyways, what are we doing today though?
Yes.
Because you had some ideas, Mr. DM.
Yeah. Yes, I do. So, important question is: while Ralph and Ryda have been doing their little side adventure, what have Brook and Tucker been doing? Because if I'm recalling correctly from the recap, Tucker wasn't doing a whole lot.
No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't. He really can't properly work and doesn't want to work at this time at V. So he's not doing that as a side thing. He was training, Thunderfang for a while, and he's stopping by to check on Hatterene and the Shaman. But no, he's not doing anything in particular. So I think he'd probably be spending a fair amount of his time probably just having a bit of a wander of the town, because he does kind of like that, actually. He does kind of like looking around at the shops. He's a bit of a... I think he's the sort of fella that would actually enjoy a bit of window shopping. So he doesn't have money, but he can still window shop.
And what about Brook?
Well, Brook, as far as I know, has just been hanging out at the arena and doing fights and stuff.
I'm going to do Brook's first.
I heard that laugh. All right.
You can hear me grinning, I know. I don't remember what I had to roll last time for gladiatorial performance.
It was almost a strength contest performance, isn't that?
I believe so. Strength contest performed.
Wait, Brook, are you
Sounds
earning
about
money? Are you? Is he possibly earning?
Brook is
some
earning money at the arena.
Yeah.
Yes, I did earn
That's-
100 Pokerole this time.
That's
Yeah.
right. Earning money is not a bad idea, especially as team leader. You need some proceeds.
Brook also got XP. Did he get XP? I think you got a little XP.
Yeah, like 2 or something. I don't remember. But it was a little...
Definitely got XP. Everyone did. Everyone got extra from something specific.
Did we all get extras? Okay.
I think
believe
most
so.
everyone got extra.
I keep track, so I can check.
I mean, Tucker was training too, technically. So.
Hydra has an Excel sheet and is holding me to task to eventually give them the same amount of XP as everyone else, and one day it
I'm
will
not
happen.
holding you to that. I'm just saying that, like, I have the receipts if ever I need to coerce for an extra XP here and there.
It's not a big deal. I'm just tracking all of the receipts over the issues. Like.
It's not a big deal.
No, it's
I just
fine.
happen to have this thing saying you owe me still.
No, you gotta do this with DM. So you gotta hold them accountable. Like, okay, you said the thing I could do. Like,
Brook
Yes.
got an extra 4 XP, Tucker got an extra 1, Ralph and Ryda got an extra 2.
Yeah.
I'm always sure I calculated my experience, but I'm never sure about the rest of you. So you guys are definitely like, if you have trouble using your sheet, it's because I know sometimes the sheet can't be typed on. So just let me know if that ever happens. I'll help you out. So.
But yes, Kyrio, if you would have Brook roll their strength contest perform again.
Okay.
And this time you would be approached before the match by sponsors, which I assume you're just going to rebuff.
Yes.
It only makes them want you more.
I have prior responsibilities.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see here.
2.
Alright, you get into 3 matches. Just gonna be 3 dice then. One of them is actually really rough for you.
Okay.
And I need you to give me an insight survival alert, please. For that fight in particular. Okay. So, during that fight, Brook, the Pokemon that you're fighting, you push them right to the edge. They look like they're about to faint, and then they seem to pop something into their mouth and have this sudden burst of strength that causes you to have to fight real hard not to get made a new wall ornament. It's the best way I can put it. Brook nearly got put through a wall.
Oh, okay.
So after that match, you probably will not be fighting for the rest of the day. So go ahead and shave off like 4 HP.
Ow.
Okay.
Just about to say, if you're at 4 HP out of 78, there may be some more problems we need to worry about.
Proportions. Oh, you have trouble?
I've got it. It's fine.
I already see what you're doing. I'm not gonna say anything, but I already see what you're doing. I'm a
smart.
clever boy this time.
You are all clever, and I can tell that Hydra is waiting very patiently.
Yeah,
Wait, why are you voting me out?
I was noticing all the fidget spinning for the last 10 minutes or so, yes.
I'm sorry, I will get back to you.
Do I need to get a literal fidget spinner on the table, Hydra?
No,
Okay,
There
I
is
may
one.
have a bit of ADHD, don't you?
There is an actual fidget spinner, if I recall. I can pull it on the table.
I always have something to fidget with. I just don't have, well, yeah, I always have something to fidget with. This time it just happens to be the dice on the table, okay? You didn't have to call me out like that.
It's fine. I actually find it quite funny. I will say, I need to amend something with Tucker. I'm going to say one more thing. What I said earlier is true, but in addition to window shopping, the window shopping is going to make a very, like, it's going to constantly be reminding Tucker that he has a metaphorical hole in his pocket. That's the size for the 10 poke. So he might actually keep an ear open as well for any odd jobs that maybe he could pick up for an hour or two or something as he window shops, because he's going to be around shops that might have a job. So
I will try to keep that in mind when I move back to you. You might need to remind me. I don't think this will take very long.
I do like to mess with the coin myself. I like to click on my cookie.
This is fair.
I forget where the cookie even came from.
I don't know, but it's yours. It's your cookie.
I just know that Kyrio is typing right now.
Yes, yes. So we'll wait for that. Sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt you, Kyrie. Just want to say. Oh, there's.
I think is a lot of people were talking.
Oh, fair.
But Brook will note that an item was used, but he will not automatically assume that that's what happened, or not automatically assume that it was like some kind of drug or anything like that.
By the way,
He'll just keep it in mind. But yeah, he'll take a break for now, I guess.
So Brook is going to be given another 100 poke.
Ooh, yay.
It was going to be 60, but Brook gave a really good showing, and also they kind of got beat up real bad. So that Gladiator's sponsor is effectively going, please don't report us.
Oh, I see. That's a little more suspicious then.
Just like, please don't report us. I don't know what happened. That was excessive. But while you are being patched up in the one of the medical rooms, Deadeye comes to give a visit.
Uh-oh.
Oh shoot, we should probably have changed the music. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what song would you like? I don't have a fidget spinner in my saved objects, but I did have this. I love this thing. I don't know why I do.
Is that a dreidel?
It's annoying owl. You check Hydra's area if you're curious what's making that noise.
The
Owl?
Yeah, it's on Hydra's character sheet right now.
Owl.
It is an annoying but harmless little thing. I love it.
Okay. I appreciate this.
It's very it's not this, it's like light, so it doesn't, like, while it bounces around, it can knock a few things over, but it really doesn't cause much harm normally. So it's just kind of this annoying little thing. It's right to the bank. It's great.
Okay. But yeah, Deadeye is going to make an appearance.
Okay, what song would you like?
I'm just using the Sea Spray song because I don't remember if we had a theme for Deadeye.
Uh,
I mean, we have the gladiator fight theme, but that's a fight theme. So I'm just going with the Sea Spray one because it's simple and we know it.
just let me search just real fast. Hold on. No, I did not have a Deadeye theme. Okay, was checking.
I was
Okay.
pretty sure we didn't.
We have some themes that could work for Deadeye.
Do you have a suggestion?
If you don't mind 1 minute. Hold on for 1 minute.
Because
Also,
worst case scenario, I can use Brook's theme.
I think I have an idea, but just give me
Seems rather
1
chill
minute.
for Deadeye.
What's that?
Brook's theme seems a little chill for Deadeye.
A little bit. I feel like it should be a little more serious. I think I have an idea. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute audio for just a moment, so I'm not like flipping through songs really erratically on stream. So 1 second. That'll mute your guys' audio for a second. So chat's not hearing you for a second. 1 second, guys. Let's see. I'm basically just going through the event songs right now. I won't be too long. I'm picking and choosing because I know I remember what general moods most of the songs have, so I'm just clicking through the ones I think might work. Honestly, I'm surprised how few delays we have over music normally. I felt like pausing and finding a song because Deadeye's kind of important, I feel. So. I'll let you guys watch that while I fight a song. We do have a non-battle theme for champions. I just remembered. It's more of it's kind of an encounter theme. Would you like that? It's kind of energetic, but it's not a battle theme. Okay. That might be the best pick, honestly. All right, just give me 1 second. I'm almost done. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I had to also close the thing. All right, and sound is back on. Also, the owls were very useful during that time. I just let everybody... Okay, so events 1, I think? I'll make sure. Watching the owl chaos worked out pretty well for the audience, I'd say. Also, when you guys are unmuted now, so everybody hears you guys again.
Okay.
So I heard you, Car, say that you were thinking about a Noctowl companion for Rida at one point.
Oh, just an annoying hoot hoot.
Also 12. 112. A champion's apparent. I think that'll do. Oh, wow. The tablet is glitching out on me. All right, there we go. I think every time somebody accesses the page, it briefly causes the page to crash. All right, there we go.
Every time I scroll on this page, I see number 4, and my eyes are like, yes?
Yeah, this is basically the champion. Can I ask a simple question? Who's clicking repeatedly out of curiosity on the tablet?
Sorry, that's me because 1 does not want to load for me.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, you're refreshing it. That's fair. That's fair. Wait, 1? We need.
Yeah, events 1 was not loading for me.
Oh, I see.
Fine.
Are you
So
good?
long as the music is playing for the audience, it doesn't matter.
All right, all right. I'll just play it then. Not sure why it's... Every time you try to refresh it, it also, like, glitched it out for me. That was really weird.
Anyway.
Okay.
We good to go?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Look at her notepads. It's not getting...
You okay?
Huh?
You okay? You were mumbling. We can hear what you
Oh,
said.
sorry. I was just saying I need a notepad because I'm about to start a conversation.
That's fair. Let me also get Deadeye. There he is. Found him. So let's just... We have this side of the map. There we go.
Deadeye looks tired as they approach you. I didn't think that you would have so much trouble with the rabble. It's good to see you again. You've gotten stronger.
Why am I picturing Solid Snake now?
It's
Kept
been a
you
while
waiting,
since I've done the voice.
It's fair. Let me type something real quick. Brook will, he'll be a little surprised to see him, but then chuckle nervously. Say, yeah, I guess. I thought I had them on the ropes, to be honest, but they caught a second wind.
Been a lot of that lately. A lot of gladiators getting a chance. Their eyes narrow a bit.
Brook will tilt his head slightly and say, an unusual amount?
Tourists, mostly. But they're gonna leave eventually. They don't really bother me. It's the ones that are sticking around that bother me. You can feel the energy in the air getting agitated and the smell of ozone again.
Brook will shudder slightly, like there's an itch on his skin that he can't quite scratch. It's like, he'll say, I need to write this out.
That is fair. No, nothing wrong.
I can't improv.
Could I have a quick recap over what Deadeye said? The voice has been hard to hear today.
That's okay. Basically what Deadeye said is, they were basically needling Brook just a little bit for the trouble they had in their last match, but that it's good to see Brook again and they seem to have gotten stronger. And Deadeye has mentioned that, well, they aren't bothered by the tourist gladiators, they are bothered by the ones that are sticking around.
I would think he'd be more annoyed over the tourists. That's interesting.
He knows they're going to leave eventually.
Also, side tangent, I kind of forgot. The owl is entertaining, but occasionally, it doesn't really bother me, but it kind of ruins the mood maybe sometimes. The owl actually randomly does a little fart sound effect. I'm going to have to make a modification of that doesn't do that, so they're less annoying. I mean, it's annoying now. I suppose I guess it makes sense it does that, but...
I was wondering what that noise
Yeah,
was,
that
but I didn't
was-
want to point it out.
That was the owl. That was the owl doing that. Just a disclaimer.
I figured it was. I heard the noise a couple times, like, wait. Ah, yes.
It's like a better word for it is slightly annoying now. I think it's trying to be slightly annoying in multiple ways. I actually think it's a fun little thing without that noise, though, so I might make a modification of it.
I can't stand when people use the fart in a bottle on Terraria, because I don't like that noise.
Similar
it's like-
joke, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, it makes almost that exact fart sound whenever you do the double dump. It's exactly the same as cloud in a bottle, except it makes it look like you're, farting.
That pinnacle of humor will always remain online. Honestly.
I posted an amusing picture the AI made. Of the actually, from the looks of it, it kind of looks like maybe an Eevee's playing with Giraffe controllers.
What?
I posted the image in the
Wow, that
voice
is
chat. thing.
that's definitely algorithmically generated.
What?
That's what the AI gave me for Snorlax and Curly battle the forces of evil.
I don't know where you're even
that's what it-
sharing this, but okay.
I
The-
see.
The text channel that's attached to the voice. thing.
Oh, that thing. I always forget it exists.
Yeah, I forget it exists too.
Oh.
What the hell? Okay.
That's certainly something.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Brook shakes off the feeling in the air and gives a little shrug. Says, "Can't imagine you're having much trouble keeping them in line, but maybe I could lend a hand. I'd hate for the arena to be marred by unsportsmanly behavior."
You're either a very lucky guesser, or more perceptive than you seem to think you are. Deadeye shrugs a bit, tipping up their hat to look you in the eye, Brook. I have reason to believe that they're cheating.
I wasn't entirely sure. I saw someone slip something into their mouth just before they just about threw me through the wall. I wasn't about to jump to conclusions, but sounds like it's been happening a lot lately.
Deadeye's expression changes slightly. Their frown deepens just a little bit. But you see a very brief arc of electricity travel around the rim of their frill.
Mm.
Just this very brief flash.
All right. And we are back, guys. Sorry about that. I had an internet outage, so there was probably a brief pause in the footage for YouTube, but I can at least splice it, so it's not a big deal for you guys. Let's pick up where we left off, which was Deadeye and Brook's conversation. Which, if you two don't mind, rewind that a couple minutes.
I've got a brief recap for people.
Yeah, that works.
Brook got real beat up while doing gladiator stuff in the arena, and received an extra payment from the gladiator that beat him up a bit extra. But while they were being tended to in one of the medical rooms, Deadeye made an appearance, whom we haven't seen in a very long time. And Deadeye made a comment about Brook getting beaten by the rabble, but also seemed glad that Brook was back and that they were stronger. Apparently, Deadeye is not particularly fond of some of the gladiators that have been sticking around, although they aren't particularly bothered by the tourists, since he seems aware that they're going to be gone eventually. But during this conversation, Deadeye voices suspicions that some of them are cheating, which Brook seems to confirm when he mentions that he saw the last gladiator, the one that beat him up, having popped something into his mouth right before they had a sudden surge of strength. The last thing that happened was Deadeye's expression changing ever so slightly and lightning going around their frill. Well. Oh, yes, sorry, before I get back to voice. And then he lamented that he couldn't beat them within an inch of their life and kick them out of the arena forcibly, and that he has to go through due process now.
Bureaucracy.
Brook scoffs. Huh, process. A whole lot of squabbling and hand-wringing in the name of keeping things civil. He looks at Deadeye and smirks. Well, the fun thing about that is, glances out the door, I can do what I want, as long as they can't prove I was the one who did it. So if you've got some suspects, maybe we can work together? The frown on Deadeye's face twitches. His expression seems to brighten a bit, tired as he is. And it twists into a smirk. Where have you been? He doesn't even complete the full phrase, even though it's probably supposed to be something like, where have you been all my life?
I just want to say while Kyrio types, I appreciate the patience, everyone. Also, I checked, there are no outages happening. There is nothing reported, nothing out there. So,
Weird.
yeah, I'll call my ISP. I have a business line, which is a little bit more responsive than a non-business line when it comes to, like, ISPs and stuff. So, it's easier to get help, so it shouldn't be too hard to talk to them about
Look, at least we aren't dealing with Kevin.
it.
Long story, Brook says with a grin. Pioneer's work is never done after all. But here we are. We still owe you a fight, and I'd rather it happen in an arena uncorrupted by small thinking. It's a shame that you won't stay. You'd make a better champion than most. But I suppose Jocelyn isn't all bad. I like the code. It suits you. Could use a bit more color, though. Like coats him.
What's the name of the shop again?
Ebbing Tide. Oh hey, now I can listen to the music.
That is good. It just occurred to me. I've been having a plan with Shaw for my SPF choice, but they merged with Rogers, and I always wondered to myself, like, it was not a super long time ago they merged, and I was always thinking, I don't like mergers. That's always a monopolistic situation. I wonder if my service is gonna get worse. So these little outages, along with that, they didn't. I will simply say that it didn't happen before the merger. So yeah, I'll keep that in mind when I call them.
Brook seems a bit taken off guard by the compliment. Oh, thanks. I got it from having tide off the coast. Honestly, couldn't resist putting it on, Brook says as he idly gives Deadeye a once-over. Not nearly as intimidating as you, though. Well, they reach one hand up, tracing around their empty eye socket. That tends to happen when things happen to you. I'll let you know when I've figured out who I want to look at.
Who?
After all, we wouldn't want to set our scopes on anyone who isn't actually cheating. Also, this champion song reminds me of an anime outro, but I can't tell which one.
I forget the source of this. I'll have to look that up, actually.
I wanted to sort of test the different music, so I was selecting random ones, and number 10 is a very good bop.
Ah, yes, this comes from Nexomon, actually.
Ah!
It's an encounter theme, basically, and it basically it's a Pokemon-like, so...
Sure thing. You know how to find me, Brook says. Deadeye gives you a very brief nod, tilting down their large-brimmed hat again. And if you can find where they're getting that crap they're using to cheat, let me know. I'm not hard to find. Usually. Hard to miss the spark in the air, Brook smiles. Deadeye chuckles and turns. They leave the room. It's better not to mince words, after all.
Hard to miss the spark of the air. That is such a double term.
So I know it's not supposed to be that way. And I was entirely joking in chat, by the way. But gosh darn it.
But also, it's Kyrio's fault for typing it that way.
It's too cute. It's too cute in, like... Sorry?
So I won't say it was unintentional.
If there's something I've learned about Kyrio, is that even if he doesn't completely jive with Slane, if he can tease a situation, he will do it.
I mean...
He has fun with that.
It is fun, and it can totally just be brotherly anime, like brotherhood, brother, yeah. Sure. Sure, as I make excuses for it to not be a thing, as much as I want it to be a thing, because I'm trying to be respectful.
We just need to interact more, that's all. Should be organic.
Of course.
DM trying not to ship one of the players to an NPC.
It's hard.
Wait, is this a normal DM activity, like wanting to ship the players with characters?
If it happens, yeah, if it happens, especially if it happens organically, it's real hard to not want it to happen.
I have played enough games or long enough games to really understand if that's a thorough line for DMs, so I figured I'd ask.
That's okay. Right, so on to Tucker. Actually, we can probably swap over to Tucker's theme.
Okay, Tucker's theme. Yeah, we haven't used that in a while.
Yeah, why not? Try to use your themes more.
That would be in Events 1 still, I think?
I think it's Events 2.
Maybe it's in 2.
Because I didn't see it at the bottom with all the T's.
Let's take a look.
There it is, number 55.
Okay. Yep. SolusOwl composed it specifically for Tucker.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, this theme. Right then, Tucker, you're having a nice walk around town, looking for odd jobs. As I get to roll Doom Dice again.
This theme always makes me think of Legends Arceus. I don't know why.
Really? It makes me think of, like, visual novel music.
Yeah, I can see both.
But it is a good mood for just, like, town stuff, too.
It's a very chill theme. I appreciate it. As you're looking around and window shopping, you see various fashion pieces and windows, or maybe you pass by a bakery with confectionaries set up on display. When you wander closer in the direction of the arena, there's, of course, more bombastic outfits and even equipment that are being displayed. Replicas, of course. You don't want anyone to steal the real thing. But as you do drift that direction, either by fate or by chance,
It's easy to drift towards the arena, given its focal point of the city.
it is. Well, it's also easy to drift towards the hotels, too. You don't need to be over there.
Not until night, at least.
You happen to bump into a chimchar. They nervously apologize at first, rubbing at their arm repeatedly. They look like they haven't been getting very good sleep. Yeah. Sorry about bumping into you. You wouldn't happen to have any spare poke, would you?
Tucker kind of looks and expresses, "Oh, it's okay." He kind of mulls that question for a second, knowing that he doesn't have much, but kind of looks over the Chimchar to kind of get an idea of, like, besides being tired, do they look like they're a little, like, worn out? Is it a tweaker? Like, what can you observe about them besides the tiredness?
So, first off, it would be insight, contest, and etiquette. Good lord, you are the social stat.
Yeah, well, they're very cheap, so that I've noticed. Also, I've been increasing them only when he has earned it, technically. So he's just been doing a lot of different things. So let's see here. Insight is 3, contest is 3, etiquette is 3. There we go. It's all 3. All right. Ooh. And so is the result 3.
Ah, the curse of 2 has been lifted. The curse of 3 begins. They look, pardon the pun, a bit burned out. You do notice they look a bit malnourished, actually. You can kind of see their ribs on display. Just a little bit.
That does concern Tucker when he sees that. Also, sorry, just quickly. There we go. He's so malnourished. Look at his size. He's shrunken. But I'll let somebody else fix the model if they want to. But Tucker will kind of nod, sort of understanding the situation, or at least understanding a little bit of it, and go,
Well, I don't have a lot, but it looks like you have less than me, so I could spare 5 poke.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. As they hold out one shaky hand. When you go to give over the poke, you notice that they are holding their other arm out of view.
Is that the arm they ran into Tucker with?
No, but it is the one they were rubbing earlier.
Tucker will give
No.
5 poke. That comment. I don't quite understand it, but it seems like Hydra does. Tucker will indeed hand over 5 poke because Tucker's a good boy and doesn't know how to hold on to his money. But he will also notice that the weirdness with that left arm, I think. And he will comment,
Is something wrong with your arm?
just directly asking.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Really, I'm fine. Thanks again. As they start to walk away. So, you can do another insight contest. But this time, insight contest performance. The same roll, different skill.
Yeah, he's going to continue to scrutinize. Well, Tucker is still overly generous. He's not quite as naive as he used to be, so he's kind of like... That caginess, especially given he was just generous to this Chimchar, is very suspicious. So, insight contest what? Perform? Oh, it's the same roll,
Perform.
actually. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's the same roll. Like I said, different skill, same roll.
Hey, one of them was a 2, but then it went to 4. Nice of it.
Yeah, clearly they aren't entirely okay. And you notice when they turn away from you as they're moving their other arm forward to keep it out of your view, you can see along the upper part of their arm are scratches. And they don't look like the kind that were inflicted by another Pokemon.
Tucker will I'm assuming the Chimchar is just hurrying away at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
They are getting away fairly briskly unless you try to follow them.
Tucker will. Tucker will kind of speak under his breath, just to himself. Will kind of express,
Is he gonna use that money for food? I don't know what's up with this guy, but I think I'm...
and then he's gonna just kind of pad behind. The Chimchar seems hasty to get away, so he's just gonna kind of follow from a little bit of a distance to see if basically just he wants to make sure that money is actually used for food and not something that he may have seen in a drug PSA at school.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like Tucker, as a human, you would have been of the age to get those sort of PSAs.
Oh, absolutely. The DARE program stuff, you guys remember that?
Uh-huh. So, yeah.
See, Tucker is not exactly well-knowledge on, like, oh, people, like, he's aware of drugs, but he's also like, oh, no, drugs? Those are bad, that's his mindset right now, as far as... Oh, dear, how it backfired. It kind of did, but I remember the programs.
Yes. I keep forgetting about your black eye visions.
Yeah.
Which has started to get better, by the way.
Yeah, I mentioned it's probably been getting a little more adjusted back to normal vision, but still, And also, Tucker's had it long enough that he's also kind of adjusted how he's kind of, naturally gotten used to, like, okay, don't look at the sun directly, or, like, kind of look away from light, like heavy light and stuff. So it's probably just kind of gotten used to not giving himself a headache with the vision.
Right. So.
Yeah, he's gonna follow the Chimchar for sure. Cause
are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, he'll be a little bit. He'll be like, he's gonna do the thing where it's like, oh, I'm just going this direction. I'm going to go to this shop, like that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I need you to give me a Dex Survival Stealth.
Okay. That is not a 9 roll because I haven't had a reason to increase his stealth to 3 yet. Okay.
I would also like you to try and do a cool contest perform because of the way you are trying to stealth.
That's fair. That's even more dice, which means this roll is going to actually suck, I bet.
That's our luck, isn't it?
No, wow, this consistency is kind of crazy. It's not a high roll, but it's also not. It's not a bad roll though. For
you're doing good. You as a dog are skilled, air quotes, at making it appear as though you are not doing something you're really doing.
If the streets are a little busy, also he has the benefit of probably not being the tallest one there in the crowd.
Also, maybe things Rise has taught you.
Mm-hmm.
Now look, if you want to knock over the cup on the counter, you have to make it seem like you're not the one responsible.
Tucker forgot the rule, by the way. If somebody is like, oh, could I have money for food? You go buy them some food. You don't give them money. That's the rule.
Well, they never said it was for food.
True. Tucker should have asked. Probably would have gotten a straight answer, though.
Yep. In any case... sorry.
What would be the equivalent of Dare in the Pokeverse?
Oh, darn it. Events 1 isn't loading again. Whatever.
Oh, he tried to play the song. Oh, I was wondering why the tablet's being so picky with you tonight.
It's fine. I was gonna put it back to the Salandit song.
Okay, I could do that. Just a second. And by that, do you mean the nightclub or the other, or another one?
The Gambit one that we've been using for mob stuff.
Yeah. 44.
Oh no, you're right. It's not loading this page. Hold on a second.
It's loading for me.
I'll switch pages. Hold on a second.
Okay.
It's all white. I'll just.
Also, I want to say, I thought the reveal was going to be worse, that he had, like, chewed his arm off or something.
What? That explains your reaction. All right.
Yeah, because, like, he was describing him as starving and, like, kind of, you know, on edge. So I thought he'd, like, eaten his arm.
Oh no, we haven't reached the worst things I can do to NPCs.
All right, so 44.
I always assume the worst.
Yeah, there it is. Okay,
Yes.
got the music up. Rare candy use resistance education. Rare.
Oh my gosh.
They also made Banjo-Kazooie.
That's actually really clever.
That is clever.
I was trying to think of an acronym that was POOP, like Pokemon observing something.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
So Tucker, you're gonna follow this Chimchar, and they go through a lot of side streets that makes your job more difficult. But also, you're a dark type, and you kind of blend in with the street. So
The Shadow Scavenger's reputation might help that too, unfortunately. Or fortunately. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a very tense moment when you have to hide behind a trash can. Because yes, those do exist here. But you have to hide behind a trash can when they turn around after you accidentally kick a pebble.
Of course they exist. Where else would Garbodor live?
I mean, that's fair.
That's why I was just thinking of Garbodor peeking out, being like, "Hey, what you doing, skulking around my home?"
My goodness.
So Tucker will not be so naive as to notice that these are dodgier-looking streets. He's more or less avoided the alleys while in town because they do look kind of dodgy. He's not so sure about them. But he is indeed sticking to the course of going through the alleys. And if there are indeed other Pokemon around that look a little bit rough, he's going to try to look a little rough himself because he knows that Poochinas can pull that off.
So one thing you do notice... Wrestling.
Well, rustling in the trash can, I found what?
Are you looking through the trash can?
No. I mean, that's probably would... I mean, it depends on if the Chimchar stopped it or something.
They do stop for a moment, but when they notice that nobody's following them, as far as they can tell, they keep going. So hey, R&R.
Yep.
You remember that deal you saw going down?
Yeah.
Ruffle.
Hydra, what Christmas presents did you get?
I was taking out my trash.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't poke fun.
Did
but
you
that's
get a
super
Game Boy Pocket
appropriate.
SP?
No.
Okay.
I can't sit still, you know this.
I know. It's just very appropriate that that's what you were doing at the time. That said, from down the alley, Tucker, you're gonna witness that happen. Where the Chimchar gives over money to a Wobbuffet in a trench coat and a fedora, not the snazzy looking kind, but like the plain brown detective noir kind. You know, the kind that the stereotypical shady guy wears to hide their identity.
And Tucker can pretty obviously infer that was his money Because either the Chimchar had his own money to give and thus kind of lied to Tucker, or that was the Tucker's money. Either way, not a good look. Tucker will watch this transaction and kind of just flit his ears, like kind of stay out a little bit to the side, like that, behind a trash can, or I assume that's where this was taking place when he was behind the trash can, or whatever little cover he has. But he's going to keep his ears open,
The Chimchar had rounded a corner. You had followed them.
And he's going to poke around the corner a little bit. Fortunately, being that Apuchia's face is pretty grayscale, it's probably easy to poke around without being too noticeable. Pink nose aside.
So I need you to do the Dex Survival Stealth again.
Okay.
And then an Insight Survival Alert at -2.
Okay. All right. Dex Survival Stealth.
To see if you can overhear.
All right. Here's Dex Survival Stealth. There it is. Okay. Not great, but it's not terrible. And what was the other roll?
Insight Survival Alert. -2.
Yeah.
Imagine that Tucker Shao sneaks behind the Chimchar and just shouts, "Hey, what you doing?" I don't know if Tucker's that much of a gremlin.
I mean, Tucker might confront, though. I'm not sure just yet. We'll see how this plays out. Also, that roll. I like how the -2 roll did really good.
Yeah, but it's true, you are.
That's true.
This sort of thing happens.
Brook's going to encourage Tucker to do this. Spiritually.
So you overhear a very hushed conversation between the two, and it sounds like the Chimchar is begging this Wobbuffet to please cut them a deal. Please, just one candy, please. I really need it. I know I don't have it all, but I can pay you back. I can pay you back. Lucky I'm such a bleeding heart. Fine, but this is the last time you want to pay me. And hang on, I need to roll a new die. That didn't roll.
It just went plop.
Never mind. Okay.
Game said no.
I have to re-roll it anyway. Better. And they hand over a slightly shiny looking candy cube that the Chimchar immediately consumes and lets out a relieved sigh. That's the stuff. Yeah. Jeez, you couldn't wait. Whatever. Beat it. You know you guys aren't supposed to be near the bar. Of course. Sorry. And they turn around to return back down the alley.
All right. So Tucker did successful stealth and listening, clearly. Okay, Tucker is going to... Well, first off, his ears are flat. He's kind of upset right now. He just got scammed, and he knows it. Tucker is going to... Is there anything in the alleyway around the corner? Is there anybody there besides where the Chimchar is going?
Nope. It's just you. There is the trash can and some other back alley accoutrements, we'll say, out of politeness.
Fair enough.
But if they're passing back this way, they are likely to find you unless you do something.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tucker is gonna. Tucker, well, since he has to act rough to this section, he's gonna be a bit rough in this situation, I think, too. Actually, unusually for him, perhaps, but it's fair and justified. Tucker's gonna hide behind the trash can again, but he's not worried about holding stealth too long. He's basically going to physically stop the Chimchar when they pass. Not like violently, but like, hey, gonna like kind of a light hold, like, hey, I need to talk to you, kind of thing.
So, you blew my $5 on it.
Okay. So, give me a Dex Survival Stealth -4.
Okay. That'd be 4 dice. These rolls are really holding quite nicely for me.
Actually, roll for the Chimchar this time. And as is the curse of DM's luck, so they pass you by. They look less tired now. In fact, something about their body appears different, but you can't tell quite what.
Also, I will note that you chose the perfect Pokemon for this because Chimchar's idle animation kind of looks like he might be tweaking a little bit.
That's rude.
Let me look at his hand movements.
Eh.
See it a little bit. I don't know.
I wouldn't know. Still, like, be nice to Chimchar.
Aw.
I mean, not necessarily this Chimchar, but still. So, you move out after they pass you and go to stop them?
He's going to move out as they actually... He's going to basically body block their path right before they get up to him. Confronting him face-to-face, effectively. Just in case they try to run when seeing Tucker.
Tucker blocks the path.
Oh, aren't you the Uchi that helped me earlier? Thanks a lot. I really needed that money.
Tucker's ears are still down, and he has a very forlorn expression.
Yeah, helped. What'd you buy?
Oh, medicine. They actually present their arm to you to show off the scratches. I'm already feeling a lot better. They smile.
You said that those scratches were, like, Tucker could infer that they were not caused by fighting, right?
That they were, like, self-inflicted.
Yeah. Alright, then in that case, Tucker will note the scratches and simply say,
I can tell you did those to yourself. I see the angle of those. You did with your other hand. You didn't need medicine. And that wasn't medicine. Was it?
I'm sorry. I just like the way I'm voice acting. I'm like, Tucker's tough. Was it?
Yes, sir.
He's trying.
What's
They look at Tucker and suddenly appear a lot more nervous.
Tucker, oh, go ahead.
Who are you to say it isn't? It's medicine for me. I need it. And almost on reflex, they bring their arm up and start scratching over the same spot.
Okay. Tucker will... Trying to think of what Tucker's never been presented with a drug addict before. I'm trying to think of how to do this interaction. All right, let's see. I think Tucker
Nobody's
will
been presented with a drug addict before.
I mean, you don't know their backstories, but Tucker is young enough that I can definitively say he's never been presented with a drug addict before. I don't know. Maybe Ralph has.
It's a possibility.
Okay. Tucker will cringe a little bit as they start to do that sort of erratic scratching to themselves. Realizing that while he's upset at this Chimchar, they're kind of stuck in their own addiction too. And that he's not getting that money back most likely anyways at this point. Medicate be alright long. Oh jeez, what is Tucker gonna do in this situation? Oh, this is hard. And they're in the middle of a rough and tumble area. Okay.
You would think so.
Well,
But
seemingly rough and tumble.
The building that you're near seems to have some nice music coming out of it. So there's a lot of things that Tucker could do. You could play to your docile nature. You have connection that you can lean on.
True.
Ooh, but if you connect with an addict, do you run the risk of developing that set addiction yourself?
Okay. You know what? Actually, good point. And also, I do like risks, to be fair. That's more interesting. Yeah, okay.
But before you choose that, you also have the strange goo.
The what?
The strange goo.
Goo.
Oh, the goo. I forget how it's supposed to be. How is that supposed to be applied again?
It's supposed to be generally ingested.
Okay.
Oh, Mr.
Maybe.
But it's also completely random, so it's hard to figure out a time to use this correctly.
I suppose you could toss it, but
Apply it topically over the scratches.
is that wise though?
You know what? I could say this just as a what if. If he hadn't given Rita the hypno thing, he probably would try to hypnotize the Chimchar and take him to the hospital. But under the circumstances, okay.
You also have baby doll eyes.
Here's the thing. It's not the fact that I don't have things to do. The problem is I have a lot of things to do. Okay, you know what? I'm down for that because I have barely used baby doll eyes. That's a good idea. All right, Tucker's is going to try to be convincing. He's going to change his demeanor a little bit after processing all this information. And okay, so here's my thinking, right? Tucker knows that whatever happened there was probably a drug deal, but he's not really too familiar with that sort of stuff, and it's probably a bit bigger than he can deal with. So he's probably immediately thinking, like, I need to bring this to Brook. This is a problem. So he's going to do this. He's going to use... So let me roll Cute Connoisseur. Tucker is going to attempt to convince the Chimchar to come with him for a little bit. And I'll figure out what he's going to say after I roll.
That's fair. I almost said, wait, how are you going to do that? But I realized, no, wait, we need to see what the roll does.
Yeah, let me see what the roll does, and then I'll tell you what happens. Oh, I see sixes. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like how the dice are like being nice to me today for some reason. That's really unusual.
Tucker giving this Chimchar the biggest, saddest puppy dog eyes.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. Tucker's going to take a moment to compose himself because he's still upset. So he does a bit of a closing his eyes for a second and then just shifting his demeanor, putting on a bit of admittedly slightly forced smile while he gives the Chimchar quite the puppy dog eyes.
Actually, maybe you could come with me. I might know where to get more of stuff like that. Now I think about it.
Oh, man. Alright, so... Boy, that's gonna be a big convincing... shoot. So, that's real smart. So, give me a smart contest allure plus your logic.
Okay.
I think that's a total of 9, actually. Ooh. Oh, that was an interesting choice.
Okay.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
I think about it, this guy would only have like, yeah, yep, mm-hmm. If that weren't a 6, that would be a 0.
Well, see, that may have not been that may have been a risky approach, but for Tucker, it's like, oh well, this guy wants more drugs. I could try to force him, but also like Tucker sees he's underweight. Tucker sees he's not in good physical shape and he's been hurting himself. So Tucker's not really interested in beating him up to take him somewhere, right? Well, if he can avoid it.
Here's the thing. 1, you are very clearly a...
Clearly
no, that's a lie. You are not necessarily clearly a child, but the Chimchar seems to think of you as a child, and they already feel guilty because of the puppy dog eyes and like.
Wait, so they acknowledge that Tucker. Okay, sorry.
Please,
sorry. It's that thought.
I know you have a thought, but please let me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They already feel guilty from the puppy dog eyes, and. You even heard them muttering under their breath, "Oh man, did I take some little kid's allowance?" But like, they're barely even looking at you when you say those words, and you're very lucky that you are seemingly quite convincing, because you seemingly went from baby doll eyes to having the super knowing anime like, "Oh, come with me, I know what you want" expression.
Exactly.
So like the Chimchar does look at Tucker a bit incredulous at first. You would know how to get more? So their gaze very briefly shifts towards the buildings around you. I mean, if I don't keep getting my medicine, things get kind of bad, so, you know, I could use the help. They're giving you a smile, and it's one of those smiles that when you see it drawn on a character, it's kind of wiggly.
Yeah, I guess you mean the kind of uneven smile. Okay, 2 things. First thing, 1. Yeah, wow, okay, so he scammed a kid, and at least he thinks he did. That's even worse. Like, that's even worse than just, like...
They feel guilt over that possibility.
But also, with the... Tucker will probably recognize the incredulousness, and will kind of comment in the middle of that, saying...
I mean, if it's not that important to you, I guess I don't have to tell you.
No. They hold up both hands. The digits on one hand are red, by the way.
Mm.
I could really use the help. Really. And maybe a couple bandages if this place has them.
Tucker thinks for a second.
It probably will.
Okay, actually, Tucker is aware that the arena has had a lot of tourists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay, Tucker's going to try a lie. Tucker's going to... Well, should I roll for a lie? Or am I good for rolls right now?
What's the gist of the lie?
He's going to say that he knows somebody at the arena that's helping people, ironically enough, basically roid up, which is not untrue, but he's just going to use that because he knows there's a lot of traffic there.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that, but it's a good lie.
But he is making... It's a convincing lie, even if Tucker doesn't know it. So go ahead and give me another smart contest allure plus instinct this time.
Okay,
Tucker doesn't know it's a convincing lie, but thinks it's a convincing lie.
I just deleted my character sheet. Well, okay. It's about my...
I mean, that...
It's fine. I'll just transplant from the earlier save. It's not a big deal. I don't think anything's changing there anyways today. Oh, what was the roll?
It's a smart contest allure, this time plus instinct.
Okay.
Because, boy, your instincts were spot on.
It's interesting when you're telling the truth, but you think it's a lie. Okay, that is weird, but alright.
That's a bit of a wonky one, but
Okay. I will. Sure.
roll successes on all four. But yes, go ahead. Go ahead with your lie.
I think this is working so well too because I mean, if this guy is a druggie, then his judgment ain't the best, so he's a little easier to mess with, so to speak. So, Tucker is going to express.
Oh, I'm sure they have advantages, considering we're going to go over to the arena. You know how there's been all those tourists coming in? And a lot of casual fighters and stuff. Well, some of them want to get an edge over all the seasoned fighters, so that's why, I know a guy.
Well,
Okay,
Wouldn't expect a little pup like you to help people in the arena. Goes to show what I know. They rub the back of their head.
Tucker smiles and expresses,
What? You don't remember that? You don't recognize the previous champion?
technically didn't do the last fight, but
Are you sure you want to mention that?
oh, that's a good point actually. Perhaps that's the wrong thing to say. All right, I'll take a do-over if you're offering it, DM.
I'm offering you to not say that statement if you want.
It would be kind of in the line with Tucker, kind of talking too much, but I think he'll be able to just hold himself back from saying that. Maybe starting to say it, but then like kind of non-obviously cutting it off.
You're lucky the Chimchar does not have the insight to catch you.
Because that would also be a Poke Pioneers Association, and one would assume they would not do drugs.
No.
Well,
Like using things like vitamins, seeds, orbs, berries, etc. That's fine, but actual like drugs is a no.
yeah.
No using accuracy in the arena.
I can do anything I want as long as they can't prove that I was the one that did it. Brook 10 minutes ago.
That might have been that spiritual connection. Might have been what held Tucker back. Because like, yeah, keep your identity anonymous if possible. Yeah, Tucker's not going to say anything else after that almost slip up, and he's just going to say, it.
All right, follow me then.
And yeah, just kind of have an impish tone to his voice as he attempts to navigate back out of the alley, because that was kind of a labyrinth path, but
This is involved in a way I did not predict. So yeah, I just figure that at this point, Ryda and Ralph are leaving the bar as Tucker is leading this Chimchar to the arena. The timing.
do they see them?
No,
Or is it just a just miss situation?
You're around the corner in an alley behind the building.
Tucker is, by the way, one thing I will say, Tucker will try to make note of this location, if he can, because he can tell that nightclub seems kind of interesting / special / expensive, which is kind of weird for the area, and also, yeah, it might have something to do with whatever happened here, so he's going to keep making note of it.
Hey, Brook. How long you gonna be at the arena?
Also, that's fair. I mean, technically they were around trash cans, so I don't know if scent tracking would work too well in this situation. Especially if the druggie smells of drugs. I don't know how aromatic these rare candies are.
Poor Chimchar's chasing the Dragonair.
Oh no. Well, I figure after that chat with Deadeye, he'll patch himself up and head someplace to relax, so not much longer. Okay. So, Brook, unfortunately,
on a rare circumstance, is not actually there.
might not be there.
Tucker's gonna have to think quick on this one. Wait a minute. I have an idea.
I was gonna say, Brook, roll a doom die. Let's see how long you're there. That's
2.
appropriate.
Okay.
And let's see. Tucker, roll a doom die. Let's see how long it takes you to get there.
Yeah, that is variable depending on how the alley is. Though the Chimchar seems to know his way.
Oh,
Let me guess, just missed him.
you just missed Brook.
What's the
What's
opposite?
the opposite of serendipity? I don't know. So, what's going to end up happening is Brook is leaving the arena, and they do so 10 minutes before Tucker arrives with the Chimchar.
Okay,
Um,
that's okay.
it is okay. Tucker has near missed the entire team. It's
Tucker
kind
is-
of great.
Tucker is the
Tucker
shadow.
is-
He's
Tucker is on
not
this
be seen.
little solo mission.
It's like when some weird unexplained stuff happens in a couple of episodes, and then there's an episode that you realize is the same events, but it's from a slightly different angle at slightly different
Actually, yeah, there are certain movies, like Fair said, the American Tale all over again. There's certain movies that are just designed to be like, this character is on an adventure because they keep near missing something else that would stop the adventure. Like, there are movies like that, and yeah, there should be a word for that. I don't know if there is.
So we're gonna end up recruiting another fight.
Yeah,
No, you will not
there's
be
a-
recruiting.
Yeah, there's 2 hilarious episodes of MLP that do that. Like, the main staff go to Canterlot and do a thing, and Spike stays behind to pet sit, I think. And then the next episode, it's Spike almost losing the pets and almost being found out the entire time over there with them at in Canterlot, and getting home minutes before they.
All right, so
Correct.
so there any incidences until they get to the arena?
No.
Okay.
And we're gonna bounce over to Ralph and Rida because I've been neglecting this entire time.
That is
and
fair.
It's about time we bounce back to them.
Okay.
So, Ralph and Rida, you have just left the club.
Would you guys mind if I, as you guys do the scene, quickly change between the tables so I can recover my description?
That's fine.
It shouldn't change any narration or anything. So.
Yep. So, Ralph and Rida, you two have just left Sandbar Blue after some very enlightening conversations.
Yes, indeed. That poor Wobbuffet doesn't know that he ain't going anywhere.
Wobbuffet wakes up an hour later. Hey, where did my friend go? Thump. Head back on the bar. Persian staring at them. It is closing time. You must go.
You
Proceeds
don't have
push
to
them
go
off the bar.
home. You do not have to go home, but you cannot stay here.
Yep.
I do apologize for the music stopping, though, because I did that. I just realized.
Well, as soon as we're far enough away,
There we go.
I'm gonna look at the whatever is written on my wadded up napkin.
Oh, right, because you had the code.
Yeah.
I knew I forgot to make something up. I will just say that there is a code on the napkin. There's a code phrase on the napkin.
Yeah, I open that up. What?
You know what? For hilarity's sake, the code phrase is napkin.
Actually, I was thinking. I was thinking Ralph opens it up and and it's a bunch of like arrow scribbles. So it's up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. Art.
Poor Ralph, gonna be so disappointed.
Opens it up. It's like, what? It's just a bunch of arrows. Up, up. Left, right, A, B, start.
Yes, you now possess a passcode.
What is the passcode?
We gotta
again?
pass.
What's it say?
Just for giggles' sake, I'm saying the passcode is napkin.
Okay.
What were you saying, Rita?
So we got a passcode, but do we know exactly what the passcode's for? Like, is it for a door? Is it a code that we say to someone?
Yeah, I don't know where exactly we're supposed to hack in this password, like what door. I guess if we're stopped somewhere. Okay, so like if stopped and asked for a password, we know what it is.
I suppose, though it'd be helpful if we knew what the passcode was for. No matter.
Well, I couldn't figure out a way to finesse that out of, without directly saying, hey, I'm trying to break into your organization here.
In any case, we should head on.
Although I am big and strong, if I got someone alone, I could maybe say, hey, tell me the stuff I need to know or I'll beat you up. But yeah, you're right, we should get moving.
So, where are the both of you going now?
I remember last session when I scried on trying to find where the Rooper was. Before we went in, you said they were at like a pasta shop or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna head there.
Alright. Shouldn't be too impossible to find.
You're not sure which pasta shop, but you can go looking. Also, yes, I know it's Rida. Knowing which pasta shop is a matter of time.
Yep. They will check every single one if need be.
Man, I want some pasta now.
I mean, you just ask one of the locals where do the bigwigs go to eat pasta.
Alright, Ralph. You want to ask a local? Bigwig pasta? Okay.
Yeah. Now, don't misunderstand me. I don't mean medium-sized wigs or some arbitrary number of sides of wigs. I want to know where the biggest wigs eat pasta.
Ryda looks confused at Ralph.
So.
Why are you asking about wigs?
Yes. So, Ralph, give me a smart contest performance, please. Which I believe is a total of 8 dice for you.
Wonder who got that reference. Smart contest.
Perform.
I like how you have so much money, you're just throwing it around your inventory. Make it rain. Oh my god! Oh, that's too bad.
Well, 2 cause Lucky Chant, if that's still active.
Okay, so that's where Tucker's bad rolls went.
I'm gonna say it's not.
Damn.
If only for the hilarity.
Alright.
Ralph, the person you question is very confused by what you're saying. So the place they direct you to is a very niche location. It is indeed a pasta place. But the pasta that they serve you is fashioned into wig form.
Ooh. Yo, it's this. Let's make a mental note of this place.
You cannot tell if it is supposed to be some form of haberdashery, or if it is supposed to be a restaurant. It looks like it's supposed to be both. It's run by a furfrou, who is currently wearing a hat that has a pasta wig on it.
Hey, hold on, I'm gonna just take a second. Knock, knock. How's it going, my industrious friend?
Hello! May I interest you in a delicious pasta wig?
Yes. Do they come in pasta beards?
I feel both offended and intrigued. Never before have I considered a pasta beard.
Oh yes, and maybe a mustache.
An entire realm of possibilities has been opened up to me. Thank
An
you,
entire
good
realm
sir.
of possibilities. You work on that. I'll be back to pick up for pasta beard.
Allow me to compensate you for such wondrous ideas. And they rummage through not the hat, but the wig.
Okay, I need to ask what form. You're doing this voice. I need to put out the bottle.
We're gonna come back next time. This is gonna be the most popular and successful shop in the entire city. It's gonna
And
be
they-
like billboards. Everyone's gonna be wearing pasta beards. It's gonna
They
be the new
don't.
trend.
They dump 5 sauce-covered 10 poke coins into Ralph's hand.
Like doing business with you. I'll close the door, tip my hat. No, Doki, I think we can go now.
Ralph, you somehow managed to amaze me with your shenanigans.
I did hear that correctly. That was a furfrou that you were talking to, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Which one, out of curiosity?
It doesn't matter. Whichever one you think was wearing an appropriate wig of pasta.
Let chat vote.
Okay, chat, which one? There's all of them on screen.
Yeah, there's only like a whole Meowth line that has facial hair, it seems like.
Only anime-only forms. I can't do that, though. Maybe, though. I'm kind of feeling the... I don't know what they're all called, I actually forget, but the orange one...
Ooh, the top hat. That's cute. Oh,
The top
man,
hat's great, isn't it? They look dapper as hell.
The sundress. Ooh, I really like the sundress. Oh my gosh.
We've delved into Pokemon fashion.
Oh no.
Actually, I like furfrou. They're kind of ignored, weirdly, but...
So, yeah, with the
This
voice,
one.
the orange one is very appropriate. I will say that if
Top
you
hat.
see this thing again, they will have an entirely different do. So are you certain you want to apply a model to this furfrou?
I was actually thinking it would be one furfrou with multiple states. I wasn't expecting them to separate it out like this, so... Wait, hold on. Did they? No, they did not. They did not do states. Weirdly enough, maybe because that's the animations. They take up the stateroom. So, well, I mean, all right. I'll make them all available. Then. Hold on a second.
No, just pick one for your sanity and mine.
Okay. I would pick. Not a lot of answers. I'm gonna pick orange. Orange, because they have. If you're saying big apostle, like they have some very magnificent hair. Orange one. So, that one.
Okay. That can be stashed away for later, I suppose.
Like, there's certain times, Kyrio, where you do a voice and I'm just like, well, that needs to be a model.
Freaking Ralph with his quirkiness just making me make up NPCs.
I have no idea how tall these puppos are, technically, but I'd say about there, probably. Fair enough. The fluff makes much height.
I'll scale that down a bit. There.
God, I can't wait to have the city filled with people walk around pasta beards and pasta molds.
Right.
So if I got that correct, because I was busy looking for the ball. So Furfur owns a pasta shop, is what you're saying. That's great.
Yes, there's a Furfro that owns a pasta restaurant, but the pasta is designed as wigs.
That sounds really great, honestly. Are they meant to be worn or eaten, though?
You can do either! That's the beauty of it! However, we do recommend eating them before they get cold. They aren't as good cold.
Put it on your head, get one strand out, and just start slurping it. There you go.
I have yet to devise a forever pasta wig, but one day I shall. They call me
Oh my
mad,
God.
but
Like
I
those-
can assure you I am not.
Like those hats that hold 2 cans and has the
Yeah,
straw
it's like a
thing.
beer hat, but spaghetti version. That's what they're called. Also, a Furfur at a restaurant must need one monster of a hairnet. Yeah, I suppose so.
Why do you think they wear a pasta wig hat?
It serves as a hairnet.
Right, shenanigans aside now, since the dice decided we were going to have shenanigans tonight. It is! Oh no. Right. So maybe Ryda should roll to investigate for pasta shops.
Sure. What am I rolling?
How are you doing the searching? Are you just searching for every pasta shop that exists, or are you asking people?
If Ryda asks anyone, they're going to be very blunt about it, so I'm not sure they should be asking anyone. As in, they'd ask, hey, do you know where I can find this Whooper? Or what pasta shop this Whooper goes to, so maybe they shouldn't go around asking that.
I mean, you could, though.
Could, but Ryda's not going to. Just walk around and go pasta shop to pasta shop, I suppose.
Okay. In which case, just roll me a Doom die. We'll see how long it takes you.
Okay.
You are occupied for a total of 2 hours searching, including the time when you allowed Ralph to ask for pasta bigwigs.
Not bad then.
No, not bad at all. You find a fancy-looking pasta restaurant. It's got a nice big glass window that shows the inside, where it has fancy cloths over the tables, nice chairs, utterly filled with Wobbuffets. Utterly filled with Wobbuffets? They say, like the Gru meme.
Not sure our best option is to go guns blazing.
You
And
also
they
cannot
kinda know my face.
Perhaps a bit, depending. You also cannot see the Whooper from looking in the window.
Can I scry from outside?
I mean, you could, but it will be a bit obvious.
Hmm. How tall is this building?
It's like a one-story building.
Could I teleport on top of the building, and where I wouldn't be seen from below?
You could.
I would like to do that.
Okay. Feel free to roll for your teleport.
Special fight channel. That's a lot of dice. Ha!
Oh. Give me 1 sec. So you teleport successfully on top of the building. Ralph Rida has just blipped out of existence beside you.
Oh. You should. I guess you should. Yeah, I got nothing.
You got nothing. Hey Rida.
Hmm.
The top of this building is rather flat and bare. Were you trying to be stealthy?
Yes. Just stealthy from those inside the building, though. Like, I don't care if random onlookers are just staring.
A Snorlax waiting outside of a restaurant instead of going in probably looks suspicious, so I'm gonna walk in.
Oh, Ralph is gonna walk in?
Yeah, I figure a Snorlax waiting outside of a restaurant is maybe suspicious.
That's fair.
I'll just walk in,
Mhm.
take a look around.
I mean, knowing Ralph, he'd make a good distraction and no one would question it.
There's that. Should be rolling this other thing first, actually.
That's a lot of dice.
Let's see. Wow. DM luck. So, Rida, you teleport onto the roof?
Nicely done.
Indeed. Let's see. Can you give me an insight survival alert, please?
Yep. Uh-oh. Wait.
Oh no.
Yep.
You get slammed with a water gun from a very long distance.
No!
Six.
I
Damn
totally
it.
forgot.
Wait, important question. Raya's on a roof, right?
Yup.
Is Raya still on a roof?
You know what? That's a good question.
Why?
I'm sorry, I had to
tried to kill
ask.
me.
You're up high and you got hit by a blast of water. I gotta know.
It's raining.
Damn it.
Hallelujah.
Ah.
That frustration, I hear it. I hear it in your voice.
That's why I asked, are you being stealthy? Because it's gonna be hard to be stealthy on that roof.
I feel like just being
the
on
whole last
rooftops
session
is-
I was worried about it, and of course I forget this time.
I feel like being low is safer in this town.
So that's a total of 6 water damage, and given your defenses, I think that's 3 off your HP.
Yep.
Correct me?
Looks like it. Yeah.
Definitive fall damage up next.
So what? Like, did Ralph see any of this?
Yeah, Ralph. So this happens as you're in the doorway. You hear what sounds like a real distant crack, and then an impact above you. Rita, you are getting blown off the side of the roof right now.
Oh
And
no,
are
I thought there'd
currently
be a
in the
doom
air.
die. I thought there'd be a doom die for that.
Rita
Yeah.
wasn't expecting it.
And
Yeah, the
she's
thing is,
quiet.
while that sniper's still large, if you have any beef with them, it is not safe to be up high because you are exposed.
Yeah, I doubt I would have been knocked off the roof.
You are very
Probably not.
weighty. Rita has the weight of a
Life
damp tissue.
Can Ralph assist?
No, I'm going inside.
Oh no!
Oh no,
I'm probably.
Rita,
no.
what are
If
you
this
doing?
were a shot of a cartoon, you'd see Ralph walking in as Rita goes splat in the background, visible through a window.
God damn it! Just an offside detail.
The background gag.
Remind me of that media technique where like there is a
Right.
scene happening, like some people talking, but in the background is like some people getting fucking beat up, and it's just like not focused on at all. It's like
Are you okay, Hydra?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
that's fair. You have a few things you can do while you're falling, technically.
Yeah,
Assuming you
one
can
of which
recover
should be
enough.
make sure I don't take more damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Ryan actually forget about the sniper, or?
No, I forgot about the sniper.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Well,
Rita did not.
in-
I did.
in
Aw.
fairness, Rita scried the sniper and knew it moved, not where.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a risk. Like, okay, maybe they're gone, maybe they're not. Problem is also, what does it mean when you say a sniper is gone? Snipers have range. What is gone for a sniper?
How
know?
far away?
Like, how far away that to be gone?
Alright,
Good
so
job. You never be Adam.
I'm just gonna try and land to my best of abilities. Maybe assist with psychic to make sure I don't fall to my death.
Oh, I feel so bad, honestly.
Well, one, you're not going to fall to your death. It is a one-story building, as in it's only like 10 feet or so tall.
I'm being dramatic, okay?
That's fair. I'm sorry
It's
for
long,
being a Rita in the dramatic situation.
No, I understand the dramatic statement. That's waxing your frustration of the situation. I understand entirely.
Yeah. You should
all
be. Yeah, they should be all right.
Oh goodness. Go
Of course,
ahead.
you know, Ralph pun always makes you feel better. There you go.
Go ahead and use your psychic accuracy, which I believe is Dex Fight Channel, as you attempt
It's,
to make a psi cushion.
Okay, come on, dice. Let's not have this turn
It's
out.
an Intellion, right?
No,
No,
it's the
Klotzer.
pistol shrimp. Yeah, Klotzer.
Oh, it's Klotzer. Fossil
There we go.
giving an interview.
Scheiße.
God.
That's
Never be out of
actually
work.
Really good.
That's a good roll.
I know, I'm just... Retrospect.
You're just upset. I get that. Hey, you know what? Wait, you said it was a water gun?
Yes.
At least it was a water gun. That's probably not the worst thing it could do.
Wait. Wait. I'm trying to remember. Something. I'm trying to remember what drink the Roserade had and if Ryda partook.
Did Ryan drink anything? Yeah.
I mean, I know the Roserade shared their meal and whatever was left after they left.
Okay, so not a drink. Okay. Sorry, I had to double check that because one of the drinks at the bar causes...
I know.
Yeah. Damn.
Wait, what does it do?
No bonus for me.
It
It's like
prevents
water resist.
Oh, the
It
water
prevents-
resist, right.
It prevents a water move from critting on you, and also prevents it from being super effective, I believe.
Okay.
But sad. Alright. Well, lucky for you, Ryda, emergency cushions are often in need of supply at the tower if something goes wonky. You are completely unscathed by the fall.
Great. Okay, so I'm assuming because of the trajectory, I was blasted the opposite direction from them, so I know where they are general direction-wise, unless they somehow ricocheted water.
Let's say jet around to somewhere else and change their angle, which they could, but you know a general direction.
Alright, immediately Ryda is going to duck for cover.
You duck for cover in the side street, and you end up almost behind this eatery, near their dumpster. And this scruffy-looking Meowth pokes their head out of a torn open trash bag that smells vaguely of not entirely rancid Italian food. Hey, this is my spot.
Ryda is going to ignore him.
And just in the background going, hey, my spot. These are my scavengings. You can't have any. Why am I giving them an Australian accent?
Alright. I'm gonna use Heal Pulse.
Okay.
That sounds fair. What do you want to wager that one, you were being stalked by the sniper, or two, he was guarding this building because it's the right one?
He's definitely guarding this building.
Fair enough.
Yep. Go ahead and make your roll and spend the.
I guess you were a distraction for me.
Yep.
I guess you
Yeah.
were. I mean, look. At least one of you got in unscathed, so that does work out. Team effort.
Yeah, see, Ryda approached it in a Ravenclaw fashion.
Well,
gather intel
Critical
before
heal.
Excellent.
Does that count for any extra healing?
But where Ryda went Ravenclaw, Ralph went Hufflepuff and knocked.
I don't think there's such a thing as a critical heal, to my knowledge.
I
Someone
wish.
can correct me. But Ryda will heal to full anyway because it's a basic heal, and I believe basic heals heal up to half. I can
Half of total?
Yeah, half of total. I can look at it.
Sometimes it's a fixed number. Okay, good to know. That's what it says. This move can heal HP. Sometimes it's a fixed number. All
yeah,
right,
sometimes
cool.
it can only heal a certain number, but that's a very rare occurrence. Usually it's a basic heal or a full heal.
I see. I guess it's depending on the card.
Unfortunately, I have written on my sheet, Heal Pulse dice equal to half HP of target.
Oh, so that means you would roll 3 and heal as met. I'll open the PDF because I'd rather get this correctly. I do get the feeling that you would be fully healed.
Also, don't mind me. I'm just gonna fix equal with spell. I'm just gonna. There we go. Sorry, I'm OCD. Dice equal to half HP at target. So, what does that mean? Actually, I'm trying to understand that symptoms.
Essentially, whatever the target is that I'm healing, half of their health, like their max HP, that is the dice pool for how much is healed. So let's say if they have 10 health, like max HP, and I'm healing them, I have 5 dice to roll how much I'm healing them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your case, it would be 3 dice.
Yeah, it's 3 dice, unfortunately, because we'd have to round down.
Is that how it's done in the books, or is that how we just wrote down?
That's the way it is in the books. There's
Okay.
a fixed heal, there's a high heal, there's a basic heal.
No, that's fair. I think that's a good way of doing healing, actually.
And apparently
Oh.
in battle, you can only heal a max
Wait.
of 3 p
Wait.
per round.
Do ones count in this situation, though? For the negative?
No, I'm not
I think
going to
so.
count. I'm not going to count the negative.
There's 1 health!
That sucks, because healing moves all cost a will point. But it's better than nothing.
I guess I'll take it.
It says 1 ally, Beerus, but, like, are you an ally to yourself? I would say you are.
Yeah. For the purposes of heal pulse, I do let people heal themselves, because it's... Well, it is intended for others. Also non-standard usage, etc., etc.
Also, like, listen, the statement "my own worst enemy" is a statement you can say. So if you can be your worst enemy, you can also be your best ally. So,
What if you punch yourself in the face with Drain Punch?
like, that would just be a feedback loop, friend.
Well, also that I think you only heal like half of what damage you do, so it's still a net loss.
God, I live for these random. I love for these random Tubby questions.
If Tucker can make Dark Pulse Umbrella, Ryda can heal Pulse himself. This is true.
Alright.
Pulse umbrella.
So, next thing Wright is going to do is use Double Team and have a copy of themselves run out of the alleyway.
All right,
Noticeably run out of the alleyway.
do it. Roll me that double team. Roll me that double team.
By the way, I would like to note, I never tried to make Dark Pulse like this OP can do anything thing, but it's an emotion-based move, and Tucker has emotion abilities beyond that, so it just kind of makes sense that Dark Pulse is malleable for him. So
We've
yeah.
been using it kind of like Aura, and it's fine, and you always roll for it, unless
Yeah.
it's so minor that you don't have to.
Yeah, we always have the rolls. It can always fail, whatever I want to try to do.
Does this have penalty on it? I should have asked.
Oh, yes. Give it a -2.
Okay.
I think it's really cool, personally. Thank you.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, kind of like a miniature version of Raven's powers.
It really was quite a serendipitous thing that Carr made the Dark Pulse Rock be a thing in the store, because that really changed, that really affected
Well, it
Tucker's
succeeds.
build. Oh, come on!
It
Again!
succeeds, it's
oh,
Double Team.
Okay, that's
it just
true.
needs to succeed.
You know
all
what?
it needs to do is succeed.
I was joking earlier, Hydra, but I think I'm right when I said, oh, there's where all of Tucker's usual bad rolls went. Like,
Well,
yeah.
The two of us.
Your evasion is now +2 for now. As you send your copy dashing out into the streets, do you look at it? Do you watch it when it goes?
I'm going to wait until I see a shot's been taken at it, and then I'm gonna go the other way out of the alley.
So, the Meowth is going to yell at your duplicate, "Hey! Hey!" But there is no shot.
Damn.
So, one of two things may have happened. Either they moved, or they knew it wasn't you.
Maybe they ran out of ammo.
Or maybe,
I am definitely not taking that chance.
or maybe, because you're not on the roof, they don't need to hit you.
So many possibilities. I didn't even consciously say it that time. God damn it.
Gosh, every time you say that makes me want to play Night in the Woods again. While Ryder contemplates their current situation, let's go back to Ralph.
Yeah.
So, Ralph,
Right.
you enter into this nice. I know Italy isn't a place in this setting, but we're gonna say nice Italian food restaurant. Because that's what it is. They have garlic bread. They have
Ooh, I like it.
they have pasta. They have other
Pasta.
would be
They have
traditional Italian dishes. This one does not have a fancy
Parmesan
menu
ice
because they did
cream.
not make this one up ahead of
There's
time.
some Parmesan ice cream.
What?
I mean, pistachio, not Parmesan.
I was gonna say that's not a thing.
Mac and cheese ice cream is, though. I see it at Walmart. But yeah. Well, so is there like a greeter here to greet me?
Yes, there is. It's a fancy Mr. Mime in a fancy butler suit.
Ah, very dapper. Tip our hat.
Oh,
And,
Wait, is it a Mr. Rhyme you said? Oh, that's great, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll-
you know what? It is a Mr. Rhyme. Mr.
Because that sounds astute.
I'll tip my hat. Yes, table for two, please. My date will be along shortly. She had some business to attend to.
They give you a bow, then hold up a little chalkboard that says, "Very good, sir," in curly
That's
letters.
great.
And then they flip it around. There's a few frosty sparkles, and it becomes a menu that they hand to you and gesture for you to follow them.
Indeed, we will follow.
Apparently, you don't need a reservation at this place, but they lead you past table after table after table of Wobbuffets. And as you look around, you don't see the Whooper. You don't see anything that could be construed as a Whooper.
But I will keep an eye on the Wobbuffet, see if any of them goes off in a weird direction at the restaurant. As I'm taking a look at the menu.
The Mr. Rhyme will stop you politely and then hold up their little chalkboard again, asking if you want a booth or a table. They recommend table.
Yes, the table. Like I said, my +1 will be along shortly.
Flips chalkboard around. Very good, sir. And they lead you to a table that's off to the side that seems to have been recently cleared. They pull out the chair for you, pause a moment, hold up a finger, take the chair away, and come back with a larger chair.
Yeah, that's more like it.
In fact, they push what appears to be a form of lounge chair from a back room.
Ah.
They
You know
gesture
how
to the chair.
The big bosses, huh? That's what's up.
Scribbling again on their chalkboard, holds it up to you. Alas, we haven't any larger chairs anywhere but in our private room.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah. I would totally try to attempt to proceed if his if the other half of his duo is here, but for now he will probably order the thing closest resembling the large angel hair pasta.
Once again, they flip their chalkboard to show you. Very good, sir. And yes, I know I'm making them British and they're working in an Italian place. And they offer to take your menu. You don't have to give them your menu.
Yeah. I'll let my +1 read it over when they get here.
I noticed a trend here. Ralph goes into places to do espionage and has to buy things and spend his money doing so. I mean, not that he's going to probably complain about getting some pasta, I suppose. But
I mean, Ralph basically ended up reimbursed for that expensive wine.
that's true.
Yeah.
Unintended, but... In any case... I stretch.
Actually, I wonder if the pendant's going to have an effect here, though. If he does try to eat some foods.
I wonder. Tell me, did you ask for angel hair pasta with meatballs?
Oh, I wonder if Ralph would have put 2 and 2 together yet and figured out that the pendant is what making him not crave meat.
Oh, it's not that you don't crave meat. You just can't stand cooked meat.
So if a dish has no meat in it, the Gloomhunter pendant does nothing, basically.
Yeah.
So it only affects meat dishes. Got it.
I'm not hearing it now.
Yeah, I'm not sure Ralph would have specified.
Right, the default then.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Back outside with Ryda. Have you come up with
Can
something?
I see the front door from where I am?
Yes, you can.
Okay, good.
You are sat very far from the front door, but you can see the front door.
What was the last thing Ralph saw of Ryda doing before Ryda... Did he notice Ryda going to the roof, basically?
They disappeared from beside Ralph.
Okay. So Ralph doesn't know precisely where, probably.
I don't know that Ryda gave them any warning? Question mark?
Ryda just sort of disappeared.
Ryda's not always the best at prompting, so...
No.
May or may not have seen them fall off the building as I was walking in.
I think that's significant information. Did you or didn't you?
I
don't know how many windows this place has. It has windows all the way around, like the fast food place.
Most restaurants do.
It has one large frontal window, and even that has like curtains, but they're currently drawn, so you can see outside and outside can see in.
No, I probably didn't.
Okay.
I might have heard Ryda fall off the building. But...
Like, the weirdness of that situation seems like it would impact the scenario a little bit, so... Figured I'd ask.
I mean,
Alright,
Ralph
so-
saw it filled with Roope or Wobba Fett and reasoned that this was the place.
I think the best thing I can do right now is to scry on the Clawitzer to know where it is, because... Yeah.
Please roll for scrying.
Okay.
Don't roll
Insight.
0.
Why? Why? Why did you say that?
Don't say it out loud. There. So okay, just get a
Insert
little-
survival alert.
take a little bit of Tucker's weirdly good luck today.
Here, I'm doing a non anything doom. Oh damn it!
All right.
was trying to take
Oh,
0.
it's a tie.
Okay.
All right.
We're good. Everything's okay. We're chill.
Are we chill? We
No,
Gucci?
this reminds me of when the party all went into the tower and like only Ralph had an easy time.
Oh gosh, that's right.
Yeah, Ralph had just like a leisurely experience where everybody else was like, PTSD! Oh no! Ralph's just having a chill time. Oh, that was amazing. Hi, Kyrio. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you haven't missed terribly much. Ryder got shot off a roof. Ralph has entered into a fancy Italian food place and ordered pasta, possibly with meatballs. And now Ryder is trying to scry the sniper successfully.
And I'm aware that there's a special private back room.
Yes, this is important because a big chair was brought out from the back rooms for Ralph.
Yeah.
Because Ralph is too big for the standard chairs, and they cannot have a guest of any kind sitting uncomfortably.
Which is why. So now you're aware there's a private seating area.
Yes.
So whoever you see here right now is not necessarily the entire clientele.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that if I ask a certain question, I will be back there.
Depending.
Confidence, I like it.
Ryder,
Mm-hmm.
you scry the sniper. And you can see a view of them on nearby rooftops. And you can tell, even as you look into your orb, that they have a bead on you. Because, weirdly enough, there is a moment before your scry cuts out that you do get a very small glimpse of yourself. And then the scry cuts out because feedback loop.
Shit.
And when just to specify, because I know a double team clone ran off, we're talking about not the clone.
Not
Okay.
the clone does not have an orb that is currently scrying on itself, causing a feedback loop.
That would also make that would do it.
Well, I know which direction they're looking at me at currently, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you have a beat on. It sounds like you have
And
a beat
it
on the
was
position.
in visible range.
They are close enough, since I know what kind of rules we're using. They are not within 100 feet of you. Yeah, they're not within 100 feet of you, but your scry gave you a general location around you because of the nature of what you are trying to scry and where, given how near it is to you. So while you don't have what equates to an exact location, you essentially got an overhead view of the area.
So they're further than 100 feet away. That means they have to be on a tall building if they're looking down to you, and they're not on a close building.
Yep.
Then they must be up really high somewhere.
The reason I ask if they were in visible range is because that is the requirement for Mark of Justice, is they have to be within visual range.
Well, didn't they get a visual on right just a moment ago when the scry cut out? So technically they
Yes, that's why I asked, because if they can see me, then that means technically I should be able to see them.
are. Or at least a part of them.
Not necessarily. So, I know what you're trying to do, and it's very smart. So, please, go ahead, Insight Survival Alert, and I will give you a +2 because you used the information from the scry.
Well, I guess the theoretically part is the fact that they have better vision than you, though. So they could see you, but you can see where they might be, but you probably maybe can't make them out.
There's a few reasons why they can see at such a long distance.
They got other tricks. That's a lot of dice. That's
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
we know how those work.
Come on, dice, fuck up. Oh.
Come on.
I am sorry.
And this is okay.
Don't
Then I got,
apologize for RNG.
no, I know how you feel though.
Look at it this way. You are currently trying to spot an experienced sniper. That it is in a wonderful position to do their job.
Yep.
If they're in the city, they have a terrain advantage. So,
Well, not always, but
well, okay.
but yeah, you're also you're also effectively, quote unquote, cheating at finding them. So at least the bare minimum is Ryda knows what direction they're currently watching from, which is a huge boon.
Mm-hmm.
Random thought.
Because now I know where shots are coming from.
Random thought, just to like throw you a bone. That crystal lens, how's it shaped?
I think
Concave?
it was oval shape because it didn't fit in a round ring.
I'm just like
If I
gonna
remember
mention, I don't know if this is helpful right now, maybe later, but one thing you can do with a sniper is if you do have a piece of glass, so you can flash the sun in their eyes, so to speak, to mess up their shots and stuff. Just thought.
That's true. You could do that.
I feel like that could just as easily be a
Give yourself
Backfire.
away too. But that's the thing, that you can also use that as a trick too. You can try to get a shot towards a direction, say, with that too.
The main reason to do that with a sniper, just to like sidetrack slightly here, is it can foul their shot. Because even if they can locate you from the flash, that doesn't mean that they can see you if you happen to manage to get the light passing over their vision. Because the way eyes work, it takes time to adjust from the light, so that flashing of very bright light, even for a brief moment, would be enough.
Yeah, especially if the distance is great and the subtlety of an adjustment makes a big difference. Like, yeah. So it's one of those dangerous things. It's like, well, you're going to give yourself away, but if you do it right, yeah, fouling the shot.
Yes.
Of course, if you're having trouble staying hidden anyways, just a thought, you know.
However, given the time, I do believe that we need to end here. So next time, we will have Tucker in the arena with the addict. We have Ralph and Ryda at the pasta place with the sniper. And possibly Roope. And then we have Brook doing what I don't know, actually.
Healing, I assume.
Poor Brook, all bandaged
Yeah,
under that
no.
coat. Headed back to the hotel.
Tucker and the addict. This is a weird pair up for sure. But it will pay off, I think.
This is so good. I kind of wish we could just like keep going till like midnight.
I have more.
Let the poor DM sleep.
Tucker and the addict come to a channel near you.
I need to figure out a good
no.
Sagittale for this, but I'll do that in a bit.
So let's let us distribute experience. Everybody, of course, gets the +2 from this session. We may have had more than a few sidetracks, but we got stuff done. Ryda, I'm going to give you an extra 2, not only for weathering Ralph's shenanigans with your seriousness intact, but also for some very quick and clever acting against the sniper. Tucker, I am going to give you 2 extra.
I was going to say, the gumption of Tucker to this session deserves some extra.
It wasn't exactly docile nature, but I have to applaud your choices.
The thing about a nature is it never completely determines everything you do. And that's the thing that's important. Tucker can play a role. He's still, I would argue, he's still docile. He was doing an act, so he's simply trying to sell something besides docile to somebody else.
That's still not what docile is. So,
Well, boo-hoo.
I'm going to poke at you. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Brook. I have to give you an extra experience point, if only for no other reason than you weathered my nonsense as well. Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did some fights. You did. I also need to give you so you do get 2 total bonus XP. 1 for the fight that nearly sent you through a wall, and 1 because you weathered my nonsense with Deadeye. And Ralph, I gave you 50 poke, so you're only getting 1 extra experience. But darn it,
It's fair.
you and your shenanigans, making me laugh and smile.
Accidentally inventing a new fashion phrase for the city.
The glory and terror of being an improv DM.
Hold on a second. I don't know. There it is. There it is. Okay.
Anyway, thank you all very much for this session. I hope everyone, audience and players, enjoyed themselves in spite of technical difficulties, especially.
Yeah, I'll splice that for YouTube's sake. You're welcome, YouTube.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns before we say goodnight?
I'm good.
I want to make an opposition to your statement before we end. See, docile, its actual description is, always with a courteous disposition, a docile nature indicates that you put others before yourself. Those under this nature love to please and be of assistance to their companions and community. I would argue that a dark type energy with mixing with docile could result in little tricks and stuff if it's for the end goal of trying to help somebody. In other words, for instance, he could have beat up the tweaker, but instead he lied to them and did some tricky stuff because he wants to get them help. That's still a docile nature activity, even if it's a duplicitous kind of way of going about it. And I think that's the dark type energy kind of fitting in there. At least that's the way I see it.
That's fair, but it is also not docile in a manner that I could necessarily give you bonus XP to. I'm giving
That's
you the
fine.
bonus XP for your choices.
I don't care about the bonus XP. I just wanted to defend the nature, not to necessarily gain XP out of it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because docile is a weird thing. Now I think about it, dark type and docile are two things that don't normally mix, I would say. So, Impest the
Gosh darn
constable
it.
shot. God damn it, man.
Followed by Kyrio.
Okay.
Just leave me.
All That's it. I have to say goodnight. I'm dead now.
This is fair. Good night. And I will go ahead and give us an outro. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed session 117. I will hopefully not take too long to splice this, but yeah, I guess in 2 weeks, of course, we'll try to do session 118. I am aware, though, that Kyrio might be busy with Christmas vacation stuff going on at that time. So we may not have a session in 2 weeks. If that's the case, we'll do a reschedule. But just to let you guys know, it may or may not happen. We'll see. So keep an eye out for that. And, of course, more streams to come besides that as well in the near future, as soon as Friday. So watch out for that. And I hope you guys all very much enjoyed. Thanks for coming by today.